Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jordan Hayden and today I'm going to do a little bit of a video about my boxing journey and how I got to where I am today. To start it off, I've personally been boxing for 6 years, maybe 6.5 years, and it's been a lot of up and downs. So originally I was quite a fat, chunky, small little kid. I was like 5'2" and I was like 180 pounds. And then originally I started training obviously at the gym I'm at now. I've been there for 6 years, but when it just first, like before it moved to a different place, so I started there. I started training and then they moved gyms and I kept on training. I lost quite a bit of weight, and I got down to like 12.5 stone, probably about 12.5, 13 stone, which is pretty decent. I was about 5'5" about that point as well, so I was sort of growing into it a little bit. And then after that, I got asked to join the amateurs. So at that point, I've been training for like 2 years, maybe 2 years consistently, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. But obviously, the sessions are almost 90 to 100% effort, so it's not like I'm going and doing 60%, 70%, especially when you're a fat kid as well. Like, it's always hard. So after that, I joined the amateurs and I had a pretty decent, like 6 months of training where I lost quite a lot of weight, and I probably got down to about 11 stone. And then from that point on, I joined amateurs and I was about 15 at this point, and this is where I have been my fittest, and I could probably run 3 mile and just shy of 8, maybe 18. I'd probably say about just shy of 20 minutes, maybe 21 minutes. I was really fit. I was in decent shape as well. Like for a 15-year-old, I was like pretty in shape. So from that point, I had my GCSEs. So GCSEs were a tough time for training and stuff like that. So I was trying to revise. I didn't really revise, but I was trying to. And then I had a few chances at amateur fights, and because I wasn't disciplined enough to get my weight down to where they needed me to be, I wasn't able to fight. So obviously I was frustrated and I wanted to train more, but I'm addicted to food, and quite like it's a big sacrifice to give up food, and every time I see food, it's a constant battle to stay away from it. So I was really undisciplined. I was still training probably 4 or 5 times a week at that point, but I was undisciplined and I could not make weight. And after that point, I moved on to sixth form after my GCSEs. I had a summer where I didn't really train at all, and I probably put on 15 to 20 pounds, so I was probably about 12.5 stone. Obviously not ideal for a boxer if you're only 5'7", which I was currently at that point. So after that point, I went into sixth form and I thought, you know, I'm gonna start training again, really, really hard. So I did for a few months, and certain things happened, girls, dogs, person, like my own dog, which took a lot of time away from gym and stuff like that. And that has been the gist of my journey, is distractions and allowing myself to be distracted. So up until this point, obviously lockdown happened and I put on quite a lot of weight over lockdown. So I was 12.5 stone, maybe 13 stone, pushing it when lockdown started. Probably not. I was about 12.5 stone because I was training good at that time. And then lockdown hit and I come out of lockdown early 2021 and I was like 15, 10 stone, so 15 stone, 10 pounds. Second lockdown, even more weight, 16.5 stone. This photos of me and I'm literally in shorts and my legs are like tree trunks, and which isn't good because like my legs are already big as it is. I had the fat on and they were like stumps just literally coming down from my body, and I was in a deep dark depression, and I couldn't admit it to myself or anybody else because, you know, I was trying to be too tough for my own good, and I did not have a really good self-perception at that point. I thought of myself as a failure, to be honest. And then I realised everything I've worked for the last 6 years has gone out the window if I don't discipline to myself. And I was about 17 and a half at this point, so it was just before my 18th birthday, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I really need to lose weight. I could barely fit into like 40-inch waist jeans. I had to get like 34 legs, and I'm only 5'8". And I don't know if you're 5'8" and you've had more than 30-inch legs, then you know. But it was just a tough time. I couldn't wear jeans for fun. I couldn't wear nice clothes. This hoodie that I have now, it's really baggy on me, and I'm about just below 15 stone. So I'm 14 stone 10. That hoodie at that point was like a normal tight hoodie, like all my chest you could see, all my arms you could see, because I was so overweight. And this is an extra large hoodie, so I was down bad. I was down atrocious at that point. Atrocious. So I decided to make a change, and the change went well for 2 months. I lost about 10 pounds. 2 months, so this was about September. I lost 2 pounds up until 2 months till October. Good weight loss. I lost about a stone. That brought me down to about 16 stone 7. No, 16 stone 10 probably. Sorry, 15 stone 10, not 16. I went from 16 stone 10 to 15 stone 10. Pardon me. Then I had a good month, not of weight loss, but of training, and then Christmas hit. I put on probably 7 or 8 pounds over the 2 weeks Christmas, so obviously the week Christmas and a week after. So then after that point, I decided to sign up to a white collar, which is what I'm currently doing now. And it's probably the best decision I've ever made, because I've had something to work for the last few months, and it's really paid off, because my training, I've probably put on more muscle than I have in a long time, simply because I'm doing a lot more resistance training at certain places, college and the gym and stuff like that, to help my boxing, not to hinder it. And I'm about 14 stone 10 roughly, and I'm probably about 27, probably between 25 and 27% body fat. So I've still obviously got a long way to go, but by the time the fight comes around, I should be at least 20% body fat. But the fight is currently 7 weeks away, so it's 7.5 weeks away. So I have a good amount of time to train still, and I've been training really hard the last month and a half, especially hard. Weight loss has been pretty decent, to be honest. I've lost 7 pounds in the last 2 weeks. I think 10 pounds in the last 4 weeks. So obviously it's been alright. I've sort of like gone in clockwork for the last 2 weeks just so I can extend that. I lost 3.5 pounds this last week. So moving on to the fight. The fight itself is a white collar fight, so it's not too hard. It's not like 10 or 8 ounce gloves. It's 12 ounce gloves with head guards, and it's going to be a pretty decent display to show myself what I can do in a boxing ring. And it's 6 years of hard work, and I don't want it to go to waste personally. It is more important to me than anything in my life at this current point, outside of things that really matter, family, etc. In terms of the goals I want to achieve, it's right at the top of everything, and it means more to me than I could ever imagine, because I've been so undisciplined, and look where it's got me. Like, I've had to drop out of amateurs because I was undisciplined, and now I'm having to do a white collar to pick up the pieces that I have essentially thrown on the floor because I haven't been undisciplined. But it's also been a golden opportunity for me to find myself, and I probably would have it another way if I could, and I would have probably gone back and slapped myself in the face, but unfortunately that can't happen, and it's only down to me from now on to ensure that I keep on this track and go straight back into amateurs after, prove to myself that, you know, I can do this sport. I have the skills already, I didn't have the discipline. The skills were already there from 6 years of training. Now it is all down to the amount of work I'm willing to put in, and I've put in a lot of work these last month and a half in order to get ready for this fight, and I still have 2 months to go roughly. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty decent event, and I'll keep you guys posted. I'm probably going to start doing a fighter journal, so anybody who's watching can sort of like see the progress as it goes along. I'll probably do that 3 or 4 weeks before the fight, just to show my feelings, etc. and stuff like that. And then after, I'm going to do a bit of training videos and montages and stuff like that. Maybe do a few workout videos to show how I've been preparing for it, the hill sprints, running, etc. The amount of stuff I've been doing, training the week, the sort of stuff we do as well. But that's pretty much the video summed up into 10-15 minutes, I'm not sure. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Honestly, if you got this far, I do really appreciate that. It does mean a lot to me, and if you are interested in any more videos, including self-improvement, boxing, fitness, lifestyle, etc., please hit the subscribe button and like the video, please. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and take care.